Hi, my name is Sebastian Daniel Circovic Leon, and now I am going to speak about music genres. First, we're going to start saying what genres I am going to talk. I am going to talk about salsa and vallenato. Vallenato and salsa are two different musical genres with different cultural roots. Vallenato is a rhythm that originated in the Caribbean region of Colombia, while salsa began in the neighbors of New York and Puerto Rico. For the start, we are going to speak about salsa. Salsa was born in the neighborhoods of New York in the 19th century as a result of the mixture of African and Caribbean music with jazz and soul. Artists such as Tito Puente, Cecilia Cruz, and Johnny Pacheco were some of the pioneers of this genre. And other thing about salsa history is during the 19th century, salsa became an international phenomenon, with an emergence with the emergence of new artists such as Ruben Blades, Willie Colon, and Nectar Lavoe, today salsa is very popular in Latin America and all around the world. The root of salsa comes from Cuba, but it is originated to the Spanish neighbor in New York, Spanish Harlem. This was a neighboring New York that have a very big population of Latin Americans. Well, after I continue with instrument of salsa, I am going to put a salsa song that is for Mark Anthony. It can sound a little, the song will be a little because I need to speak and I need you understand what I'm saying more than what's the sound you can hide. Well, please we have salsa instrument that are piano. The piano produce sounds like chords and arpeggios. Our instrument that we have is double bass harmonic sounds. Is other instrument we have is trumpets, saxophone, trombones, and flute. All these instruments produce wind sounds. Wind sounds and sound produced with the how the nine say wind. And for end we have violin that produce harmonic sounds. Well, what about the public in salsa? In all American region, in all America Latina, in regions like Cuba, Puerto Rico, Dominicana, Colombia, and Venezuela, for these persons like to dance a lot and feel the music. What is the meaning of that? For example, I am from Venezuela, and the truth I am listening that song and I really like to dance it right now, but I am recording this so I can't dance right now. But it's the idea. This like this type of person like to dance the song, feel the music. Well, for continue, we are going to speak about vallenato history. Vallenato has its roots in the traditional music of Cogi, Canguanos, Wicas, and Arhuacos Indians who lived in the region of La Guajira. With the arrival of the Spanish and mixing with African slaves, a new style of music was created that includes the Spanish guitar, accordion, and guacharaca. Vallenato. In the 20th century, vallenato became an international phenomenon in Colombia, thanks for the popularity of artists such as Rafael Escolana, Diomedes Diaz, and Carlos Vives. Today, vallenato is considered one of the culture symbols of Colombia, and it's celebrated with the Vallenato Legend Festival in the city of Valledupar. Well, now I'm going to put a song of Carlos Vives so you can have an idea what is Vallenato. Well, now you can listen the song. This is a song of Carlos Vives. Well, now I'm going to speak about vallenato instruments. For vallenato instrument, we have el diatomic accordion that produce wind sounds. However, that sounds that, how the name say, produced for the wind. After that, we have the guacharaca and the vallenato bots that both produce percussive sounds. If you're asking now what is the guacharaca, is this thing. Let me show it. Is this? And for then we have the Spanish guitar, that is that produce an harmonic sound. Well, what about vallenato public? Well, that is a, a something interesting because vallenato public and salsa public have the same characteristic, or I can say it. Both persons like to dance and feel the music. For example, people of Savannah region, Bolivia, Sucre, and Cordoba, who I said earlier, they like to dance and feel the music. And it's interesting because in the festival cultures that do in Colombia, how you can see in this picture there, the people put that special costume and start to dance. It's very beautiful that. Well, now I am going to speak the difference between salsa and vallenato. Although both genres have different cultural roots, there are some cases different between vallenato and salsa. Vallenato is a traditional regional genre of Colombia, while salsa is a modern and global genre. Why what is the thing? What is the meaning of that? The meaning of that is vallenato has history that starts with Colombian culture. I don't know who said it. It's a tradition for Colombia. While salsa is not that. Salsa is not from on one's place. Because, how we said earlier, salsa has his roots in Cuba. But it starts in New York and is dancing in Puerto Rico, Venezuela, and Colombia. It's dancing in a lot of countries, but it's not traditional one. Well, there are also differences in an instrument used in each genre, with accordion guacharaca being the main instrument of vallenato and the trumpet and trombone being the main instrument of salsa. Well, now I'm going to speak about similarities between salsa and vallenato. Despite their difference, vallenato and salsa share some similarities. Both are popular genres in Latin America and around the world and are characterized with the infectious rhythms and melodies. In addition, both genres reflect the culture, tradition, and history of this region. Well, coincidentally, this is a little confused because how I say salsa is no home from another one another side because if how I say in the history, salsa has its roots in Cuba, but it is started in New York. It is a mix of both cultures, and this is how the difference between vallenato. And for conclusions, I am going to say a history about mine and how I know these two rangers. That is about my mother family because my mother family is from Puerto Cabello. That is there is a city in Venezuela that is early to the coast, but the most interesting is always the people there always like to dance. I really have a beautiful memories about my family dancing there because they always put music how the salsa I put now that is called Procura of Chichi, and it's so funny because the train never know how to dance, so I have a aunt that teach me it, and it was so funny because the truth I understand three steps and no and more than that no, but I really like to dance, so the truth is I don't know how to dance well some genres of music, but I try to enjoy it the better I can always. So thank you for your attention. Have a good day.